Okay, so let's take a look at Google Classroom and see how we can use this to organize our videos and create assignments and feedback mechanisms for our students to use so that they can get to the content and kind of know what's going on. So you can see here I just typed in classroom.google.com at the top, and it did bring me to the teacher launch page. If you have any classrooms, this is what it would look like. And if you click on the little plus sign here, you have the option to either create a class or join a class. So we're going to be creating a class now. So I'm going to click create a class, and it's going to ask for the name. So I'll call this one test class 2. You can see I already have a kind of completed test class 1. If you want to put in a section or a subject, you can. I'm just not going to. Okay, I'm going to click create. That stuff's all optional, and you can adjust it later if you want. So once you create the site, it's going to bring you to your Google site page, and you can see that you have some customizability. You have the option to select a theme, so if you don't want the picture that they just randomly pick for you, you can just pick whatever it is that you want, select the theme. It'll adjust the color scheme of your page. It'll adjust this banner picture, but that's really all you can do as far as customizing. Okay, so when you come to this page, you can see there's really nothing on here at the moment. Okay, I have the ability using this bottom right-hand plus arrow to create several things. Okay, the first thing you can create is an announcement. So what an announcement is you're just sharing some information. It is not an assignment that the students are going to have to grade. It's just something they can read, comment on. Watch a video, look at a link or something like that. So I can just say, hello, welcome to class. Okay, and you can see that it's going to create it. It's actually already started creating it behind me. I have the ability with this, and for all of the posts that you create on Google Classroom, to attach files, attach anything from my drive. So you see I can launch my drive, and you can see items that I've recently created. So I can attach, if I wanted to, a document there. Okay, I can attach a link, and probably the one that we're going to use most is the YouTube page. So if you have a YouTube link, you can click on this YouTube icon. You can manually search for it. So I could, for example, just type in the name of my my YouTube channel, okay, and I can find the video that I'd like to link and click add, and it will add that to the list. You can see that I was also able to link multiple items, so I have a document and a video. Okay, and you can also finally create a topic. So if you want to sort your information by week, by chapter, so as an example, I could just say, let's call this chapter 1. Okay, now it's created a topic called chapter 1. I can click post. If you look at the options here, you can also save this to post later or schedule it to post whenever it is. So you can kind of queue these up, so if you know they're going to happen every day this week, you can just spend a little bit of time on Monday queuing up all the videos so you don't have to do it every single day. Okay, so if I click post, it's created my announcement. So this is just something that has the links on it. I can give some text at the top. You can see that I have a topic attached to it at the top here as well. Okay, on the left hand side, anytime I create a topic, there will be on the topics list every single topic there, and if you click on this button here, it will only show you things that are related to chapter 1, okay, which I can then go back to the main page. Okay, so this gives you the option to just say, okay, just go to things in unit 2. You have to complete the following things in unit 2, right, and do things like that. Okay, when you do assignments, you'll see it says work due soon. You have the ability to create assignments for your students, which act entirely the same as announcements. So I could say homework 1, okay, and I can give some instructions here. Okay, do this assignment. Okay, I can choose to create a due date, or I can leave it open-ended. So if I wanted, for example, to have this due tomorrow, okay, that would be the 27th. I can do the time if I want, again, optional. So if you want it before the end of the school day, you could add that in, okay? And then if I want this to be a part of chapter 1, I can just go to the drop-down box. I could create a new topic. I'm going to choose to make it chapter 1, okay? So again, I have the ability to attach all the same things, so I could attach a YouTube video to this. You could also just paste the URL, so if you have the URL, it will automatically bring up the preview, and you can add that as well. Okay, so I'm not going to add anything to this one. Okay, but you can see that I've created an assignment now. Okay, I can again do all the same things. Okay, I can schedule it. Okay, so if I click on, this is a good learnable moment. If you accidentally do something or you want to edit, click the triple dots. Okay, you can either delete, copy a link directly to this post, or you can click edit. Okay, and it'll give you the ability to do anything that you want here, right? So I can remove this or do anything else. Okay, so you can see that this is now available. Okay, click save. And now I have an assignment. So again, you can see the difference between announcement and assignment. Announcement is just informational. Assignment, I now have done and not done. Okay, so if I had students in this class, which if you click on the tab at the top, you can see I don't have any students. Okay, but if I did have students, okay, I can click on this done, not done button here, and it will bring me to just this assignment. You can see I'm seeing all of my students. This is for the homework 1 assignment that I've created, and I can see all of the students that have done it, all the students that have not done it. I can sort by first and last name. Okay, I can see all of the students that have, I can assign to all students as being done, as being not done, or I can return it to students so that they have to kind of complete it again. I have the ability at the top to either make this an unpointed assignment, just give it as complete or incomplete, or if I want this to be worth points, I could change it points to 10. Okay, it'll ask me if I want to update values for anyone who has turned it in. Okay, doesn't matter because nobody's turned it in. Okay, so you can see again, you have the ability to, with assignments, to set due dates, set point values, customize the work, and make sure that your students are handing in the information or giving you feedback. Okay, so that's really the gist of Google Classroom. Is those two things allow you to post videos, to post feedback mechanisms, to post assignments, just like all the things like you would in Google Sites, but instead of it all being completely visible, they're just links in a post. Okay, so just a couple of other things if you're interested. Okay, you also have the ability to create questions. So if you want to ask your students to do a question, you have the ability to do multiple choice and short answer. So again, a feedback mechanism that you can use to get information from your students. So if you wanted to create a question, you could attach your YouTube video to that. Okay, and then say, when you're done, answer this question, okay, and students will have the ability to do that. Okay, so that's something again that you can use as a resource. Here is a kind of a couple little things that you can take a look at to be sure that you're kind of covering all your bases. Okay, in About, you have options to use a class drive folder, so you can keep all of the documents for that class in a class drive folder, and then give your students access to just that folder on your Google Drive. Okay, you have a classroom calendar, so when you do assignments, you can see that you can see and your students can see the due dates for all of the assignments. So you can see that I actually have one for this particular class, and if you click on, I don't know if you can click on it here. Nope, you can't. So if I move to October the 24th, or you can see these are all the assignments that are due for the flipped classroom. Right, those are available for any of the students to use to keep track of things. Okay, you can access all your classes over here. But the one option that, let me see if I can get back to it. Okay, to get back to your class, if I click here, I can go back to my test class 2. Okay, if you go to, let me see if I can remember where it is. Okay, there's settings. Okay, somewhere. Okay, settings down here. So if you click on your settings, okay, you have the ability to go in here and turn on and off a bunch of different things that you might want to do. Okay, so if you click on your settings, so again, triple bars down to settings. Okay, this will be true for all of your classes. Okay, you can choose to turn on or off comments on posts. Okay, and email notifications about things that mention you. Okay, you also have the ability to, in classes you teach, see when you get late submissions, resubmissions, and all those kinds of things as well. Okay, so these are like notifications that you might receive in your classroom. Okay, so they're again little things that might be useful to you as you're traveling through the class. So pretty straightforward, I think. And so it's something that you can for sure use to organize your content. Again, a little bit easier to do because it's just hit the plus sign, create a post, upload all of your information, versus Google Sites, which kind of organizes it in a nicer way but requires you to do a little bit more work. So a couple of different options. Think about which one you think would be best for you, whether you'd rather go low maintenance but less kind of flexibility, or you'd rather have that flexibility and probably a nicer looking space, more customizable space, but one that requires maybe a little bit extra time on your part. So consider both of those options. You're going to make a choice on which one you want to do, and in the next assignment, after we take a look at some other video hosting options, if YouTube's not working out for you, I'm going to give you the option to create one of these two and submit it so that everybody in the class can see what it is that you are using to host all of your information.